Sometimes defending yourself means using the tools at your disposal. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Brisbane, Australia. Here we see an armed robbery that goes very badly for one of the armed robbers and kind of funny as well. We're going to learn important lessons here about using environmental weapons, about the attitude to defend yourself, and we're also going to talk about the fact that luck is something that, though we can't count on it, it does count. So these two guys come busting in, one with a shotgun, one with a machete, and jump the counters. Now it goes forward a little bit, and the guy with the machete, one of the guys that's working there, goes and whacks him upside the head there with a chair and knocks him cold out. Now the other guy actually shoots the shotgun at him, but it misfired, and now we get to see kind of the results of him whacking that dude upside the head. He has just discombobulated him like no tomorrow, and both those guys are going to wander out, and they're not leaving with anything. Think about some lessons out of this one as these guys come in. Boy, this is how fast attacks happen. This is why they use those transitional spaces. Next, I want to talk about the use of environmental weapons. I love here that this employee just decides, you know what, I'm not taking it from this guy, and he goes for what he has. Now, this is Australia. They're not allowed to carry firearms here, so he can't use a firearm, but he uses an environmental weapon, everything that's on him and in him and around him, and he blasts that guy, and it was very, very effective in this instance, but you do got to recognize that an environmental weapon is not as useful as a purpose-built weapon, and so he took a risk here, but thankfully it paid off for him. Now, that said, at the same time, as he goes and grabs the guy's machete and stuff, this other guy comes and thankfully has a misfire with his shotgun. If he had not had a misfire with his shotgun, this guy would have been dead. And so you got to recognize this is the limitations of environmental weapons, is that if somebody has a purpose-built weapon that works, you are dead meat if you go for an environmental weapon. Thankfully, his purpose-built weapon did not work, and so therefore what we get is these guys shambling off, instead, which is a really good thing. So understand the limits of environmental weapons, recognize when the right time to launch a counter ambush is, but also recognize that if they have a purpose-built weapon, your best bet may be to just give them what they want instead of risking your life like these guys did. But thankfully it worked out for him. He covered his asp.